This is a hell of a mess. Informed the guild that we have the driver in custody, but the poacher and the Naga got away. Ugh. Don't think because you turned yourself in you're getting off easy. No. You're in a lot of trouble. I mean, do you have any idea at all about what you've done? Spare me the confession, alright? I'm not the one you need to answer to anyway. Alright everyone, brace yourselves. The Vampire Court is sending Callahan. So, you know, take cover. Hello, Twinkle Toes. How's it been? A year almost? Christ, I was starting to think your lot was getting competent. So what happened to you? One of you dropped a potion of road rage or something? Hardly. This overturned truck was carrying something that was taken from the academy. One of the passengers was a well-known criminal, who's wanted for poaching mythical creatures. This one here. No, that's just the driver. The poacher had left by the time we got here. Well, if they're so well-known, how come they ain't been caught yet? From what I can tell, they ain't exactly the reserve type. What the fuck happened here anyway? Alright. Based on testimony from both the driver and one other witness, the incident took place around 12:43 in the afternoon. Unbelievable. You'd think a truck large enough to take up both lanes would get people to move out the way, but no. We should have taken the van. Yeah, I know the van was too small, but we should have gone with my plan. We roll up the Naga like a pastry and stuffed it in. Well, I asked you to do it, but you didn't want to. And I sure as hell wasn't going to do it. What if it recognised me? We have to get off the main road. You're drawing way too much attention. Hey, go fuck yourself. Honestly. Well, of course I'm tense. Look, we need to deliver this Naga to the drop-off point before the tranquilizer wears off. Otherwise, we are in deep shit. You need to understand, this buy is serious business. You fuck this up, we're both good as dead, you hear me? What do you want? Yeah, you the guy who told me to go fuck myself? Yeah, what of it? You motherfucker. What the hell are you doing? You made me miss my shot. Where'd that prick go? Oh, what the... What is a werebear doing in the city? Oh, Christ. Oh, no. No, you can't be serious. The Naga got away! Where's the tracker? Where's the fucking tracker? It's not over yet. Hey, let go. You really fucked this up, you know that? You're on your own. Christ, what an asshole. I almost feel sorry for the poor bastard. What about the werebear? He's alive. Heavily sedated, but alive. Got enough tranquilizer pumped into him to give Beelzebub a contact high. Well, that's good. At least the most this guy can threaten people with is a good time, right? So this cargo they were transporting, what is it exactly? This Naga. It's one of Dario's creations. They're based off a mythical race of half men, half snake people. Dario? Isn't he the one who gave all those birds tits? They're called harpies. But yes. Nagas are essentially human everywhere above the waistline. Everything below that is just one big snake tail. Why? What do you mean, it's a snake with arms, what's not to get? Well, the snake is already a perfect design. If anything, the human torso just makes it less effective. How would giving them arms make them less dangerous? Well, what I'm saying is, the snake's main method of attack, if it's poisonous at least, is to strike with its head at blinding fast speeds to bite its prey. But if you're saying the snake part ends at the belt line, it's not just launching its head. It's launching an entire half of a man at you. I mean, the weight distribution alone, I wouldn't be surprised if it lost balance and landed on its face every time. And, even if it did hit me, I'd be less worried about being bitten as I'd be getting a fucking concussion. I mean, what's a Naga need with the precise dexterity of a man anyway? Tying its fucking shoelaces? Well, they're a bit more than just common animals. The end goal is to create an entire Naga society, one that uses tools that require a bit more than a tail. Alright, well, a little feedback for Dario. How about he switches it around and just has the human body, but snake part is the head? I mean, the tail's fine and all, but the head is the business end. At least that way everything below the neck is working in conjunction with each other. With the added bonus of a big long neck you could use to bite prey from a distance, like an angry giraffe. I'm sorry, are we supposed to take advice in sensible design from a woman who carries her own head around 24/7? Oi, I'm cursed. It's supposed to be inconvenient. You lot, however, are making conscious decisions to make this stupid crap. Still, this thing is big. The truck they were using to transport this thing is wide enough to cover both lanes on the dual carriageway. That's definitely going to cause a few broken bones. How aggressive is it? Not very. As long as it isn't aggravated, it should remain docile. Oh, so we're fucked then. Asking something not to get irritated in New Amsterdam's like dropping an ice cube in a volcano and asking it not to melt. Do you even know where this thing could have gone? Not really, no. But it's a desert dweller, so it's probably going to hold up someplace warm. Great. Well, I'll leave animal control to you. I'll be looking for the poacher and the bastard he was selling it to. That's more my speed. So if you don't mind, I'll be taking the driver for questioning. Fine, do whatever you want. Why is it always me who gets called whenever the mages fuck up? First the illegal magic item ring, now this. Hey there. My name's Brianna Ali Callahan, Court Agent Dullahan. I'll be questioning you about your accomplice as well as where you were selling this big ass snake to. If you'd like to step inside my office, please. Take a seat, if you will. So this partner of yours, you know him well? This is your first time working with him? Never even met before? Yeah, he sounds like a prick. I mean, just looking over his file. Although I have to say, I doubt these mythical beasts are all that strong if this shitty little twink is capturing them so easily. See, Emiliano Everest, hell of a name. Age 24, enrolled at the academy at age 18, studied necromancy for 3 months before dropping out. Couldn't imagine why. Instructors cite his narcissism and confrontational behaviour for his swift termination. Oh, so he has a grudge. Perfect. Wanted on 4 counts of poaching, 1 Minotaur, 1 Chimera, 1 Goliath, and 1 Drake. I'm gonna assume that last one's a 2-legged dragon thing and not just a big duck. So what I gather from what you're saying is that you weren't a party to any of these previous crimes. So tell me, how did you get so wrapped up in all this? So, let me get this straight. You were offered a job, a driver job, without any specifics. You get there to the place, you get in the truck, and next thing you know, you're out in the desert. Well, that's one way to get people to play along, I suppose. Common practice for things like this. I mean, if someone transported you to a barren wasteland out of nowhere, you can hardly say no at that point, can you? Where'd you hear about this job from? Right. And this Reggie, what does he do? Shipping? I see. Oh, he used to do shipping. By any chance, did his old workplace happen to burn down about a year ago? Thought so. This buyer you were shipping this thing off to, any idea who they were or what they wanted it for? Emil said they were serious business, eh? Oh, then you'd be dead if you screwed it up. Alright. I think we're done here. Well, if I'm being honest, your safety isn't my job. That's up to the Mages Guild, which, given their current track record, I can see why you'd be a bit worried. I'm not a police officer. This isn't the West Coast. Where have you been for the last 20 years? This city hasn't had a police force since the court found out they were embezzling city funds to buy tanks. I mean, what does a police force need with a fucking tank? Anyway, they got downsized to oblivion. It's for the best. Most people do a better job of looking out for each other anyway. I'm better described as a diplomat, you know? Whenever one of the other factions fuck up, it's my job to make sure that 1, they fix it, and 2, they don't break anything else in the process. One last question. From your story, Emil seemed pretty confident that he'd be able to find the Naga again. Oh, he had it tagged, did he? So what you're saying is, wherever he's gone, the Naga's likely to be there too. That saved us the trouble. Now it's just the hard part of finding one of them. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll be handing you back to the mages now, and they'll decide what happens to you. Well, anything? You might want to go easy on this one. Sounds like they just got roped into some nasty business. From what they told me though, I got a pretty good idea about who the buyer was. And it's not good. Well, I got bad news on my end too. Some of our guys saw Emil get taken away in a car. We lost track of him. Alright, hopefully that buys us some time. If he's wasting time getting yelled at by his boss, then he's not looking for the Naga at least. And who's his boss? I mean, you said you figured out who the buyer is, right? I have a strong suspicion that those guys you saw pick up Emil were probably Polanski family. But the Polanski family's disbanded. The leader died, you saw it yourself. Yeah, and he was also a warlock. Come on, you're a mage. You should know that there's like 1,001 ways that you lot can cheat death. What was your invocation anyway? It was astromancy. Right, okay. Well, maybe in about 5 hours you can ask the stars where the Naga is, eh? I will. Alright, take care of our songbird here. I'm off to do every detective's favourite pastime. Looking at records. Disrespectful motherfucker. Come on. Gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do with you.